Everything has cost and everything has worth. $1. 4 quarters, 10 dimes, 20 nickels, 100 pennies, or if you're feeling fancy, 5 dimes, 5 nickels and a quarter. 20 pennies, 10 nickels, 3 dimes, change the order. You'll still find that 1 quarter, 2 dimes, and 11 nickels, no matter what you call her, she'll always end up $1. Now, this singular rectangular piece of government printed paper has, by its very nature, both worth and cost. And you know how much it's worth because you know how much it costs, right? 27 pennies, 1 quarter, 3 nickels, 2 dimes, and those 3 other copper coins from the couch cushions you thought you lost will always be worth $1 because you know how much $1 costs. It's intrinsically linked, like an ocean to its beach, like an arm to its reach, like a mouth to its speech. The worth and cost of this cotton-woven purse are tied tighter than the fibers of its manufactured birth. $1 is always worth, how much? $1. But what about you? What are you worth? Now, I'm not talking about net worth or benefits, assets, investments, or whether or not your salary's enough to land you on the Forbes list. When I ask this, what are you worth? I'm not asking, what do you cost? For I happen to believe that we as human beings are worth far more than we cost. But that's not what comes across when we only give in value what we take in cost. $80,000 a year, 40 hours a week, 2 big deals a quarter, 1 satisfied boss, that's what you cost. But if you'll look at your job, like I hope you will, you'll see that many of you don't view yourself very differently than you view this dollar bill. And neither will those around you. Because as long as you measure your worth by the measure of your cost, you'll never look any different than the millions of printed dollar bills coming off of the American mill. For not working for your worth, but working for your cost is not how businesses win. It's how, oh man, they are lost. Take this conference, for example. Is it only worth what you paid to be part of this meeting? Or is its true worth found in what everyone who's been speaking and you've been speaking to have been bringing? Is the worth of this summit simply summed up in the sum you summated to summon your submission? When you go home and a coworker asks, hey, how did it go? Will you just hand them an expense report thinking that's all you had to show? No. You'll think of the value found in coming to join in over 2,000 strong, seeing what can be done when we value this collective club over just our individual one. You'll tell them the value found in listening to Jeff Hurt insert spurt after spurt of invaluable words. How we learn to have other people follow us, not because they have to, but because they want to. How to add value to an equation that couldn't even exist without you. And how one red ink pen and an on-the-border lid can make the difference between the cost of a tip and a waitress's value. You'll tell them the value found in listening to Scott Klosowski, helping us to see how technology is evolving from just connected companies to more and more connected entities. And as you add more worth, not cost, to each and every one of these, the more worth you'll have from the cost you put into your technologies. And I'm hoping you tell them about the value found in listening to this white Oklahoman recite a poem, which hopefully opens your visuals to the plague of our self-contained mind cubicles. You'll tell them the value of all that was brought, whether or not we all had Jim's fashionably showcased bald spot. Because value is worth so much more than cost. That's why the worth that I'm bringing as I walk and as I talk wasn't found in the dollar that I'm giving and what could be bought. It's found in the worth of my words. It's found in what is being taught. And for you and your business, it's not about what you cost. It's all about what you're worth. For you are not a dollar bill. And as you give more in worth than what you're paid, what you cost will build. It's not about how much interest you make to accumulate more wealth, but about how much interest you place in others above the interest you place in yourself. It's not about how many greenbacks you get, but about how many people you give value to and how much value you give to each and every one of them. For you are not a piece of paper that people spend in order to get something else. Your most valuable asset isn't just doing what you're paid to do, but the value you find inside yourself. And as you start to give more in value than you take in payment, get ready. Because there will be someone affected by your worth, not your cost, who will honor your abasement. Don't be the paper, be the poem. Don't be the payment, be the motion. Don't be the dollar, be the words. Don't be the cost, be the worth. For when you finally start to give more in worth than you take when you're bought, you can finally let go of that wretched thing known as cost. Thank you guys so much.